This is Into the Fire. I'd like to welcome to Into the Fire the highly talented, the former #1, proud new mum, Victoria. I love the Australian Open, Azarenka.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Okay. Well, let's see, Victoria. What can I serve up here? Just a little tennis punch for you.
Okay.
You were born in Minsk, Belarus. I checked it up, and it gets cold. No wonder you moved to California at the age of 15.
Well, I actually like cold weather, and I like Belarus a lot. I like warm weather as well, but I still prefer the snow. It's really fun.
Yeah, sounds like fun. You were always going to be a champion, weren't you? Being the world #1 junior girl in 2005, winning both the Australian Open and the US Open at such a young age must have been amazing.
Yes, it really was. It was fun. It was my first time coming to Australia, and I think that was the time that, excuse us, it was the first time I felt like this is the most amazing place for me to play, and every year I came back I had good results, and I just liked the atmosphere a lot. So
yeah.
From the first time it was love at first sight.
Yeah. It was 2006 when you must have thought you could really be something, beating your first top 20 player, Nicole Vadisova. Do you still remember that moment?
Oh yeah, that was in Memphis, and I played really good match, and she was, up and coming player, and I played a really good match, and I was so happy that the next match I played really bad, but that match was a great, highlight for sure for my young career.
Yeah. At the end of 2006, for the first time, you played Maria Sharapova, who would become one of your fierce rivals. I bet that was a noisy match. Is it true that on entry, every spectator was given a set of earplugs?
Oh, come on. You're feeling just silly right now.
Could I ask, in 2010, you were taken to the hospital after collapsing on the court in the second round the US Open. They say you had delayed concussion from falling over in sprint practice prior. Do you remember the story behind that?
Yes, I do, and I remember people were talking about me having a heat exhaustion, which was completely false. I did fall right before going on the court, and unfortunately I wasn't checked before going on the court. It was a TV match, and they rushed me to the court, and I blacked out. And the way I remember that moment is looking on YouTube and watching me collapsing, but the moment itself while I'm on the court, I don't.
After years of hard work, battling consistent injuries and running into Serena Williams, your breakthrough Grand Slam, the Australian Open, 2 Olympic medals and the #1 title in 1 year, 2012.
Yeah, that was the best year of my career so far. I really, picked my form. I went on the winning streak for I think 26 matches, played really well, and it was something that I would like to do. My next goal is to have a better year than that.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard goal. Let's talk about your first title, the Australian Open against Maria Sharapova again. Is it true that this game was forced to be played before 10 o'clock so as not to wake the neighbours? It must have been a proud time becoming both the world #1 and your first Grand Slam in the same day.
Yes, it was definitely the goal that I worked my whole life towards, and achieving that, it was kind of surreal. I think the first part was because always the women's finals on Australia Day and the fireworks, so I was trying to play fast so we don't have to stop in the middle for fireworks, which happened in my second final of Australian Open.
Yeah. Although 2012 was an amazing year, you lost to Serena Williams 5 times, taking your total win-loss with her to 1-10. Did you just wish she'd go away, or did you like the challenge of going up against her?
Oh no, I love the challenge against her. I always look forward to our matches because she's the only player who really digs me to the level that and I have to come up to the level that I don't have to play against any other opponent. You know, she really takes the best out of me, and I like to believe that I do the same to her, and it's been amazing. She's a incredible inspiration to me till this day, and she's definitely pushing all the boundaries in the tennis game.
In 2013, are you ready for this? You beat Serena Williams in the Australian Open final. Yes.
I didn't. That's wrong information. I beat her in Doha finals right after Australian Open. Yes, I beat, there's a player, Lina, from China. I beat her in the finals that year. But the Doha tournament was right after Australian Open, so it's okay.
Then injuries set in, and this made for a very tough time for you, I'm sure. Added to that, if you're okay with me saying, a breakup with Red Foo, the positive on that is at least now you don't have to make out you like his music.
Oh God, I hope nobody sees this. Well, that's a silver lining, right?
Yeah. Enough of that. Some good news in 2016. You were the first player to defeat Williams 4 times in the final. I think she'll be scared of playing you.
Oh, I don't think so. I think, you know, we are pretty good with that. I don't think she's scared of playing me. I'm not scared of playing her. It's always a great battle, and I think both of us are always looking forward to it.
Yep. So let's move to now. Victoria, you had a baby boy, Leo. He is really cute, by the way.
Thank you.
Has being a mother changed the way you look on at tennis?
I think a little bit, but I feel that tennis and my work is still big part of me. Leo is just bringing a little bit of extra motivation, and you know, I had to figure out how to be a tennis player, how to be a mom at the same time, and that balance is quite challenging. But he brings more inspiration for me because it's a different perspective to look when you're just by yourself and you're playing for yourself, and when you have a responsibility of another human being like your parents, you know, to play and perform well, but also knowing that that's not your job, is not the end of the world, you know, it's not the only thing. So he definitely brings a lot of inspiration to me.
I saw you took up painting to help with problems you were having. But can I say, Victoria, your paintings are amazing. I mean it, they're really incredible. Don't want to paint me a big Into the Fight backdrop, do you?
You never know, you never know. But I haven't painted in a while. I actually have some paintings that nobody's seen. I really like Mickey Mouse, and actually my mom helped me to draw Mickey Mouse, and I colored him with a very different colors after, so maybe I will sell it to a charity or something that to help raise money for something good.
Yeah, sounds good. Final question, Victoria. How are you feeling going into this year's Australian Open? Are you injury-free, and what are your chances of a 3rd crown?
Well, I'm feeling good because it's been a while since I've been to Australian Open, and I'm very excited to play. I think for me right now is I'm always trying to win the tournament, and that's always the goal. Right now I'm focusing more on one match at a time, and I think actually it's always been my approach. But you know, winning a tournament is always a goal. So we'll see. It's a long 2 weeks. Nobody knows what can happen. It's going to be exciting, and I'm really looking forward to going there.
Yeah. Well, Victoria Azarenka, you are an amazing person, and it's been my absolute pleasure to have chatted to you today. There is one thing I want to show you. Imagine this. It's a big point. You are chasing down the forehand. You reach out and hit the passing shot down the line. The crowd erupts. And then you stop, pause it, and give it the Into the Fight. Here, let me show you. Now you try. Great.
Yes? All right.
Now, I've interviewed lots of guys, and guys always say they would do it, but they don't. You see, men can't think of 2 things at once. So I'm putting it into your safe hands, Victoria. Are you up for it?
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Well, I'd like to thank the lovely superstar Victoria Azarenka for going into the fight with me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.